See Webb versus Nick District 14. Honestly, I just thought of a random ass movie. If you guys have never seen B District 13, it's a movie that's entirely in French, but it's parkour and martial arts. Watch it. Okay, so we're getting into game number one.
We don't even need to understand the words.
It's really good. Starting on PS2, this has pretty much been the home for everybody. It's the eternal new. I like the idea of it for both characters because you have that same zoning approach we were talking about before. You could just kind of slow down the pace, and very similar to what we saw at the Samus matchups earlier. Gonna be trying to utilizing that sun salutation to slow down Webb, but Webb doesn't really fall for that too much.
Yeah, and we're gonna need to see a lot more of a little bit more adjustment coming from Nick D14. I don't know how to shorten that name. It's Nick. We're gonna see more adjustments of the game plan from Nick first, as opposed to Webb, because Lucas innately just functions really well at playing a passive versus passive game, and
agreed. Yeah, Lucas is definitely one of those characters that can really shut down that singular like zoning approach game. It's like, okay, I'm willing to throw out like one PK fire to shut you down and make you stop that. Oh my god, that's so good. So just that drag down there to down tilt forward air, like it just such a quick, easy answer. That pretty much is that looks very true. Down to right, like I'm not seeing things when I'm saying
that's true.
Okay, yeah. So like you're sitting there trying to respect Lucas's approach, and then it's pretty much the same as how Pikachu would approach. I also like Webb's patience to wait for the deep breathing to happen. He knew very much it was gonna happen. He got the free PK fire.
It's interesting. So, like, Webb has proven time and time again that his pressure game with Lucas is immaculate. And one of the things that's... He didn't... Okay. Oh, my God.
All right, you know what? I like that. I like that idea right there, trying to go down there and cover the air dodge in or the tech roll in. Not going to get anything out of it, but you can see Nick starting to pick it up a bit, bringing it back to even.
So much raw damage coming from Nick and his Wii Fit. And like I was trying to mention before, like Nick is just like decided to go on a tear. Is like Wii Fit has an interesting way of dealing with pressure, where she or he, in I guess in this case, plays on ledge and applies it by landing on you with like Nair and with Echo. But when it comes to just like handling pressure, Wii Fit can struggle facing against opponents that are in his face. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. That was such a funny interaction. Almost catching him with the PK freeze on the way back up too. Oh, like you're sitting there trying to play off stage and you just can't deal with that in the same way you would because of the weird way that Lucas recovers. And that is not a DI into the stage. Might have died off the top anyways off the bounce, but back to one socket piece.
It's like, missing that tech.
Well, somehow getting by too with not getting hit by that F tilt there. So luckily for Nick, still holding on a little bit longer. And immediately running with the dash attack too to shut down the PK fire. It's a very small window there. Oh my god, that's so good. Like just being able to go off that down tilt, the down air drag, or go from the down tilt in the fair, just depending on where the percent window is. Like that kill confirm out of shield, or just like the pressure up close, especially as a character like Wii Fit. I know they like to joke about their only up B out of shield, their only option being up B out of shield, which is a terrible idea. Don't ever do it. But like, what do you really do to deal with that there? Maybe an F tilt? Probably gonna get hit.
Wii Fit F tilt is relatively safe with deep breathing, but it feels like Wii Fit's only safe forms of pressure is during that like 20 to 30 seconds of like being powered up, and it only gets harder to stay powered up the more you do it.
Yeah, so good job on both players that game. That was a pretty good, pretty even game all throughout. Nick definitely whenever getting like pushed back up against the wall, like was able to adjust really quick, because the damage output on Wii Fit's still really good too.
Oh yeah, very.
Here we go, dropping in with that short hop pressure, trying to find maybe a missed tech with the short hops there. Unfortunately getting pushed all the way off stage, but kind of in an awkward spot, so Nick really couldn't And I pretty much agree with it too. Not like didn't overcommit.
Like Nick has thought about these edge guards a couple times, but then he'll reconsider and double jump before starting to go for them again. It's like, no, you missed your window. Like,
Yeah, I think it's hard because you get in that spot. It's like, well, if I mess up, I got a timer reaction on a tech against the wall, and Nick's missed it twice, so might be a little bit of fear on the delay there.
Yeah, I can see that. Especially multi-hits are much harder to tech in this game.
Yeah, because that is a very weird...
On Wi-Fi, rather.
No, agreed. Well, I mean, just in general, too, that PK Thunder 2 out of loop. Like, you have to count the hits, like, off a sound cue just to wait for the tech. It's pretty weird. But pretty much any game here, Salutation. Put a good amount of damage on, but... No.
Yeah, if there's any saving grace in this matchup for Wii Fit, it's just raw potential for doing damage and taking stocks. But
agreed. Like,
as long as Webb is able to stay in Wii Fit's face and not cross him up too much, like Wii Fit's back out of shield, super great. Anything forward, whether it be a shield grab or anything like that, oh my god.
Oh my god. What an answer. All right, so you see, Webb, looked like Webb was maybe looking for a spot dodge on the way back down there, but Nick not giving to him. And that is all of those interactions you won, gone. So that's going to happen no matter what. So you can't, like, it's annoying, but Nick understands that it can occasionally get caught there. I like the idea of going for the down tilt and then looking for the jump afterwards, because it's like, okay, this isn't really true at this percent, so let me go for something else. Try to look for a double dare reset to maybe go for the fair afterwards.
At this percent range, you want to start seeing a little bit more aggression coming from Nick, but instead, Webb is just starting to pour on the damage. He's dragging down airs, catching a bunch of overextensions from Nick. That's PK Fire takes a stock.
Yeah, I'm already committed to the jump too, so outside of up being early, you really don't have many other ideas there, even if you go for side really in front of the PK Fire. Yep, waited for deep breathing. Like, I do air dodge there or deep net just long enough to catch both. So that was really good option coverage from Webb. Webb really starting to turn it up now.
Yeah, Webb weaves so well. As you see
Look for the back air.
Wave bounce magnet on there.
Hey, you know what? Oh, that's and once again another missed tech. That's really ended up being the bane of this set for Nick. Like there was a lot of really good moments in stride for Nick.